Most parents believe confidence is something you have to push into a child. They think if a child is shy, quiet, sensitive, or hesitant, then something is wrong and needs to be fixed. So they encourage harder, push more, compare more, and try to toughen the child up. But child development experts consistently explain that real confidence does not grow from pressure. In fact, pressure often creates the opposite result. It creates fear of failure, fear of disappointing parents, and a deep belief that love and approval only come when the child performs a certain way. What looks like motivation on the outside can quietly turn into anxiety, people-pleasing, and fragile self-worth on the inside. Real confidence is not loud. It is not forcing a child to speak up, perform, or act brave before they are ready. Real confidence is the quiet belief inside a child that says, I am safe to try. I am allowed to make mistakes. I am still valuable even if I fail. That belief cannot be forced. It can only be built through consistent emotional safety, trust, and connection. When a child feels emotionally safe with their parents, their brain becomes more open to growth, learning, and healthy risk-taking. When a child feels judged, rushed, or compared, their brain goes into protection mode, and protection mode blocks true confidence from forming. Many parents accidentally confuse confidence with performance. They praise results, push outcomes, and celebrate visible success. But confidence is not about winning, speaking perfectly, or being the best. Confidence is about inner security. It is about a child believing they can handle challenges, even when things don't go their way. That belief is built when parents respond to effort, emotions, and character, not just outcomes. A child who is only praised for success learns to fear failure. A child who is supported through failure learns resilience. And resilience is one of the strongest foundations of real confidence. One of the biggest mistakes parents make is trying to fix shyness. Shyness is not a flaw. It is often a temperament trait. Some children are naturally more cautious, observant, and slow to warm up. When parents label this as a problem and constantly try to change it, the child learns that who they are is not enough. Instead of building confidence, this creates self-doubt. The child starts to believe that being themselves is wrong. True confidence grows when a child feels accepted as they are, while being gently supported to grow at their own pace. Another powerful confidence builder is how parents respond to mistakes. In many homes, mistakes are treated like problems, failures, or disappointments. But from a child's brain perspective, mistakes are how learning happens. When a parent reacts with calm, curiosity, and support, the child learns that mistakes are safe. When a parent reacts with anger, shame, or pressure, the child learns that mistakes are dangerous. Over time, this teaches the child to avoid challenges, hide struggles, and play it safe emotionally. That is not confidence. That is fear disguised as obedience. Children also learn confidence by watching how parents handle their own struggles. When parents model self-compassion, problem-solving, and emotional regulation, children absorb those patterns. If a child sees a parent say, "I made a mistake, but I can fix it," they learn that mistakes are part of growth. If they see a parent constantly criticize themselves, panic, or give up, they learn that mistakes mean something is wrong with them. Confidence is often caught, not taught. The emotional environment of the home teaches more than any lecture ever could. Another key part of building confidence without force is allowing children to experience age-appropriate struggle. Many loving parents accidentally overprotect. They step in too quickly, solve problems too fast, and remove discomfort before the child has a chance to build coping skills. While this feels supportive, it can quietly send the message that the child is not capable. When children are allowed to struggle safely with emotional support, they learn that they can handle hard things. That belief becomes the backbone of confidence, not because someone told them they are capable, but because they experienced it themselves. Language also plays a huge role. Statements like, "You raise so smart," or "You raise so good at this," seem positive, but when overused, they can create pressure to maintain that image. Instead, Focusing on effort, strategies, and persistence builds stronger confidence. Saying things like, "You kept trying even when it was hard," or "I noticed how you didn't give up," teaches the child that their worth is not tied to perfection. This kind of feedback builds a growth mindset where challenges are seen as opportunities instead of threats. Emotional validation is another powerful confidence tool. When a child's feelings are dismissed, minimized, or rushed, they learn that their inner experience is not safe to share. Over time, they may stop trusting their own emotions. When parents acknowledge emotions, even difficult ones, the child learns that feelings are manageable and acceptable. A child who trusts their emotions is more likely to trust themselves, and self-trust is a major part of real confidence. You cannot feel confident if you do not trust your own inner world. Parents also build confidence by giving children appropriate choices and responsibility. When a child is trusted with small decisions, they learn that their voice matters. When they are involved in problem solving, they learn that they are capable of thinking and contributing. This does not mean letting children run the home. It means offering controlled choices and age-appropriate independence. These small experiences of agency build a strong sense of self. The child begins to feel, "I can handle things. I can make decisions. I can learn from outcomes." Comparison is one of the fastest ways to damage confidence. Comparing siblings, cousins, classmates, or even past versions of the child sends the message that worth is relative. Instead of focusing on the child's unique strengths and progress, comparison shifts attention to what they are not. This creates shame, rivalry, and insecurity. Confidence grows when a child feels seen for who they are, not measured against someone else's abilities or personality. It is also important to understand that confidence looks different in different children. Some children are loud and expressive, others are quiet and thoughtful. Some take social risks easily, others take time. Confidence is not a personality style, it is an inner sense of safety and capability. A quiet child can be deeply confident, a loud child can be deeply insecure. Parents must be careful not to confuse personality with emotional health. The goal is not to change who the child is. The goal is to help them feel secure being who they are. When parents stop forcing confidence and start creating emotional safety, something powerful happens. Children begin to take risks naturally. They try new things when they feel ready. They speak up when they feel safe. They grow at their own pace. This kind of confidence is stronger than any forced bravery. It is not dependent on approval. It is not shaken by mistakes. It is rooted in self-trust and emotional security. Over time, children raised this way develop a deep belief that they are allowed to be imperfect and still worthy. They learn that challenges do not define them. They learn that their voice matters. They learn that their feelings are valid. And most importantly, they learn that they do not have to become someone else to be accepted. This is the kind of confidence that lasts into adulthood, the kind that protects against peer pressure, unhealthy relationships, and fear-based decisions. If there is one thing to remember, it is this: you do not build confidence by pushing harder. You build confidence by making your child feel safe enough to grow. Safety creates courage. Connection creates strength. Acceptance creates self-belief. When a child feels deeply accepted at home, the world becomes less scary. They may still feel nervous, they may still struggle, but inside, they carry a quiet strength that says, "I can try, I can fail, I can try again, and I am still enough." That is the right way to build confidence, not by forcing your child out of their shell, but by creating a home where they never feel they have to hide who they are in the first place.